everybody. It's Angie Rupert, founder of Rupert Law. We handle exclusively E-2 and E-1 visas. So no matter what treaty country you're from or in what state you want to be, we can help. Thanks so much for joining today. If you find this video useful, and we hope that you do, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend or family member who may want to be moving to the United States. We'd love to have you. So with that, today I'd like to talk a little bit about those of you who want to open a retail space, right? And when I say retail space, there's a couple of different things that I mean. One is the most obvious, right? A retail space, a shop or a store that sells this, that, and the other. The other is a space where you perform services, but clients still come to, right? Beauty shop, tutoring, after school tutoring, things like that. There's a million different examples of that type of space where clients come to you as opposed to you going to clients. So if you are designing and creating and renting a space where clients are going to come to you as part of your E-2 visa journey, this is the video for you. So let's talk a little bit about it. So first of all, those things, meaning the lease has to be in place, and if you are doing any renovations, all of those need to be complete, or the business needs to be at least to the point that customers or clients can come to you at the time of application. Okay, so sometimes that can get a little long, and because there are a lot of permits, construction, things like that involved. I'll give you a couple of examples. So we had a client who opened a dog grooming franchise in Florida. It took him, obviously, he found a space and it had to be built out to the franchisor's specifications, right? And it took a year just to get the permits, okay? So we had to wait that whole time, get the permits. Then all of the construction had to happen. Then we were able to apply for the visa, okay? So once it was to the point that it was real and operational, right? That's one of the requirements for the E-2 visa. So keep that in mind. We had another client who opened a beauty shop. Now, salon, hair salon. One of the things that we recommended and worked for her was to find a place that used to be a salon, right? So it is very similar in nature. It's already got the sinks, it's already got the chairs, that type of thing. Now, she didn't love the design of it, and that's okay, right? That's totally fine. Just get it to the point that it can be operational, and then hopefully get your visa. And then maybe a couple of years later, you can start renovations after you've made some money, right? And you have some flexibility as to, hey, we can be doing construction in the back while we're working in the front, or wow, I don't really even like this space at all, and maybe you want to move down the street, right? So that's a way to save yourself some time and money. So if you know that you're going to be having a retail location, meaning not just that you're selling retail items, but that you're having a location where customers or clients are coming to you, one of my recommendations to save yourself a ton of time and money is to locate a space that was already built out for something similar to what you want to do. So, and then make any changes that you want that don't require permits. Okay, that would be something else. In particular, be very careful and cautious when you're talking about franchises, right? So any kind of franchise that has a place where customers or clients are coming to, they're going to have a lot of specs on that, all right? And sometimes that just takes a little bit of extra time and money that maybe you don't want to wait or spend in this process, right? So in that instance, I say, hey, if you found a franchise that you're in love with and that accepts E-2 visas, check out a video that we did about E-2 visas and franchises. If you find that, maybe you could find one that already exists and the franchisee wants to sell or assign. Okay, that might be one way to get around it, because then they already have the space. They already have it spec'd out according to what the franchisor wants. Okay, so those are some kind of tips and tricks about how to save a little time and money when talking about some sort of physical location where customers or clients are coming to you. So with that, hopefully I just saved you $50,000 in 6 months. That's my goal. But if you have any questions about your E-2 or E-1 visa, please reach out anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your E-2 visa.